Hello, good evening. It's Larry Tex again, and we are back on the chat. I know it's really been a long time I dropped a video, and even this time check now is about 11:31. We're not sleeping, guys. We'll just keep working. I've really been on ground trying to get and fix up the ebook. You understand? Some persons will call it ebook. Some persons will call it my manual, you understand, my trading book, whatever name it's given, you get. I've been down trying to compress and fix up a lot of things I have in my head, you understand, into a book and get it out to you guys in a file, you understand. I think a glimpse of that is this year, you understand, a glimpse of that is this year. Currently at the 24th page, still working on it aggressively. You understand? So, well, that's that. But the case may be, basically, what I want us to do today or this moment is get to look at the market and see possible entries or possible anticipation for the market direction. You understand, for different pairs. So we'll basically be analyzing as much pair as possible. If possible, we go down to the currency pair, we even go down to stock. You understand? So that's what I intend to do, and then drop this record for you all on YouTube. And I would please love it if you also subscribe to my channel and help me boost the whole thing. So getting back to business, we look at volatility 10 on X. While we're waiting for it to load, we'll go to the highest time frame. So on the highest time frame here, we have a lot of markups on my chart. I would love to go down and clean up all these markups. Understand? So clean up this markup, we have a clean chart. Understand? When I zoom it in, understand? When I make my chart tinier, I would see that we can see relatively that we are on a bearish momentum. You understand? We can see relatively that we are on a bearish momentum. But then, if we should put or fix our trend line this way from this top, okay? Yeah, so if we should fix our trend line from this top, okay, I don't know why this still exists, but I'll get to fix it. We should fix our trend line from this top now. Okay, good. So if we should fix this trend line from this top here to either this low, getting to draw an accurate trend line, or this, whichever way we put it or fix it, we can find out that we've had a break of trend line and also a shift in market structure. You understand? So we've got a break in trend line and also a shift in market structure. So I just want to bring out this crossbar so it helps me to get to draw this my line more accurately. Yeah, it helps me to draw this line accurately. Well, no problem. I'll get to fix up one or two little settings to make it show. So I think I would even do it now. So yeah, so okay. Cross. Okay. I don't really know why it's not getting to show. But it's alright, I'll get to fix that later. So now On a long term, we have this volatility 10-1x on a higher time frame. We can see that we already have shift in market structure here. You understand? We already have a shift in market structure here. So based off this shift in market structure, based off this shift in market structure, you would understand that okay, we have a break in trend line, shift in market structure, so we should be looking for maybe bullish moves. You get? Then that's the message you get on this higher time frame. Then one thing I always do is we now look at it, okay, what is the candlestick that broke this, took out this structure? We have this zone. So we can see that at this zone, market has relatively been bouncing whenever it gets to this zone. I believe you can see that nicely. So whenever market gets to this zone, it's been bouncing. You get, so it gets to this zone, it pushes up, gets to this zone. So this is a really strong support area. But previously, even in my previous analysis, I didn't see this. So the more you analyze, the better you get to see the market. But one other thing I saw which got me interested in this market was this area. So that area got me interested. So I will fix it up well so you get it. So this area got me really interested in this market. You understand? So when I fixed my trend line from yeah. So when I fixed my trend line from this top to this top, just like how we got this break in trend line here, and just to add, we have another one here. You understand? So just to make things a little bit clear. So yeah, I said I will be dropping a lot of content soon. Yes, I did say that, and I will do that. I've really been busy at least on this book. I really want something like a guide. I really need a guide of how I understand the market out there so that it makes things a little bit easier for me. Then you can see there's a manual or there's a pattern at which I'm drawing this trend line, which makes it really um not really, I wouldn't say correct because I will not say oh there's a total correct way of drawing trend line. No. But I'll say it helps me understand the market well. You understand? It helps me understand the market with this pattern I use in drawing my trend line. Okay, so you see how neat we got a nice bounce, rejection, break of market structure, retest, and then push to the upside, double top, sell, and all of that. But now at this area, we can see that it's bounced off this break of market structure candlestick or order block, as some others will call it, and then it pushed up, breaking the structure and then dropped back, creating other things like this area, other maybe head and shoulder patterns and the rest you get. But now that's not really the case. After getting this, based off this break of trend line here, I expect markets to push at least to this high, if possible, breaking this high. But because of what I can see here, which for me is a mitigation, I expect markets will push into this level here, a mitigation point, and then sell off, maybe breaking to the downside, considering the fact that we are on a downward trend. And then if we should check this, okay, if we should check this area, we'll find out, okay, let me use this too. If we should check this area, we'll find out that it's an important level. You understand? It's an important level because if you back check also, you find out that we had a break of market structure here. So if you check that, you see we had a clean break of market structure here. You get leading. Yeah, so a clean break of market structure there leading to this bearish um this bearish drop, you get, sorry, yes, leading to this bearish drop, you get. So now market is respecting this relatively double bottom here, which helped it push up, and I would go down to lower time frame to show us what really caused that. So now, based off that, there are two things I expect of this market. I expect market to push up into this area and then retest to the downside. That's what I've been expecting all the way. But when market got to this point, it created what some persons will call liquidity and all of that, which might be, which could be this. You understand? So some persons will say, oh, they need market to run this out before they can now begin to go in for sales. Yes. So that's my own insight on what I expect the market to do. But aside that, when we make our chart a little bit clearer, you understand, we've really been we've zoomed really in into the market to see what possibly is going on. So now, based on that, now when we zoom in and look at the market condition, we can understand that okay, there's a range here which we expect market to correct. Yeah, there's a range here which we expect market to correct. But now, what is going on at this area? It's a very important thing to look at. Now, I can see that if we should, okay, now we've gotten this area of we've gotten that area of support. I think the message has been passed there, but now let's come down to this level. Now, I can clearly see that we have market at this area. We have market at this area rejecting. I can clearly see that we have market rejecting this mitigation, which helped us break structure, which is this structure. I am almost tempted to call it major structure, but I won't do that. I'll just still leave it as structure. You get, so I'll still leave it as market breaking that structure and then pushing to the upside. Then coming back to test the candlestick which helped market break this structure. Are you getting me? So now, if you can see what I'm saying, we can begin to see that we are relatively on a buy or a bullish momentum. You get, we've gotten our break of trend line, which some persons will also want to call it those who call it pattern within pattern, they will fix this line. Let me use this. We'll fix it at this low and then call it a wave. You understand? So there are just a lot of things I believe I'll be teaching, but we'll go step by step. So they will call this a wave. You understand? But that's on one side. Now, getting to this, we have this area mitigated, market pushed up, drop, mitigated this, pushed up, drop, rejected this and pushed up. So now, what do we expect market to do? This is on higher time frame, still clear. Now we'll go to the lower time frame because basically when doing analysis, I love when we start from the highest time frame down to the lowest time frame. You get, so we start analysis from top to bottom. I basically love on currency on this volatility indices. I love analyzing from the 24 hours time frame to H4, 1 hour, 30 minutes, and then 15 minutes time frame. You get, sometimes go lower, but I most times jump 30 minutes time frame. I won't lie. I do it for 1 hour, that is 24 hours, 4 hours, 1 hour, and then 15 minutes. You get. So now on this time frame, what can I see clearly? You understand, which is on the 4 hours time frame. On 4 hours time frame, knowing that we have this area of mitigation which market has respected several times and then gave market rejection here, I would be expecting market to react off the zone. Now I've gotten the bigger information from the higher time frame, so now it's left for me to come down to lower time frame and do my analysis. Now I'll mark this area of mitigation as a point where I am expecting market to react from, which is sell from, which is already happening. Now, what one can do to pick a sell from here is you go down to lower time frame, make an exact entry, and then take it for a sell. But I expect that sell to either end up at this point or reverse from this area. You get, so it's not like a really long sell, but still a nice one. So if one had caught it at this close of this candle, not on this higher time frame, please, on lower time frame, this one is just like maybe major confirmation. You could be taking yourself from retracement and then selling it. Now, this is something that might happen. You get me? This is something that might happen. Markets may just want to sell all the way, create a double bottom, and then sorry for this. And then create a double bottom, bounce up. That's one yeah, this is really a nice liquidity here that market needs to run out. But that aside, market may just do this, create a nice test at this point and then push up. But at the same time, we can see that we have a break here, a break of market structure here. That's one. Here we'll have a sell here. So based on this information, I'll be expecting market to buy off from this area, but I won't rush the market. That's what I expect. That is what I expect. I'm expecting market to buy off from this internal mitigation. You get, but that aside, that being the case, we go down to lower time frame, which is 1 hour time frame. Now, 1 hour time frame is not really giving me good information. Why? Because I think network is having its own normal glitch. I'll just reload it for it to give me the better information. So here on yes, good. So here now on the 1 hour time frame, I can categorically adjust my mitigation. Now, what do I use as my mitigation? I use the consecutive candlestick here as my support. Now we've got market reject from here, drop in, push up a little bit and then drop in. Now I would love to see a better confirmation to take a sell here. This is not enough confirmation for me to take a sell. Yes. So that aside, we had double bottom here, a shift in structure to the upside. So that's why I expect market to react from around this zone and then buy off. Yeah, break of market structure. We already had the break of market structure at this point. Market reacted off it. So I expect market to react off the next one, not this previous one. Okay, let me just give clearly what I'm saying. Now we had this double bottom level, and then we have this market breaking this area, which is a break of market structure, and then we could see market return to the candlestick which broke this other block, which is this. You get, basically I would just like to work with this mitigation area. So I would love to work with this mitigation area, just that zone. But basically it gave confirmation from here. Take profit to be here. Very short trade. But when one wants to just take a sniper entry and hold for a long time, then one will be looking at buying from around this zone, maybe taking trade off double bottom. Any confirmation you just get at this point, you just know that okay, this mitigation or this zone is a good zone to take a buy. You understand? And basically we can see that it really responded well. We can see that it really responded well from this point. So now we are at this point, we're anticipating for a sell. You get, so we're anticipating for a sell on volatility 10-1x. But looking for an entry is something, a sell to that point I marked. But looking for an entry is something very important. It's something very important. Now, for me to see For me to pick a sell, this is basically what I do though. I Now we have a trend to the upside. I want to see a break of structure. Now, which is this? This gives me my clear break of market structure, and then I can see liquidity grab or stomp once, be it as it may, anything one can understand it. I just know I can see market push up above the previous um high and then broke the support which created the previous high. You understand? By this, we call it break of market structure. Some will say BMS. And then what I want to see is market reacting back to this area. You understand? And then selling off. But now I can see that market reacted back to, yes, some people will say this candlestick which broke structure here. And then some will say if we go to lower time frame, we'll see something better. So relatively, maybe this is a nice entry for a sell on this pair, but let's go to lower time frame and then see what the market is really telling us. So now on this lower time frame, yes, we had market break of market structure here. Um, I'm just trying to get a nice information for a trade, for a sell trade. Now, where will I take? If you have a big account, one you would have just taken your sell here and you get hold it. Maybe put your stop loss above. You get and hold it. But for a smaller account, you have to be very meticulous or you have to be very tactical in taking your entry. You need to look for an exact entry. So looking for an exact entry, okay, I fully know that okay, I want to see market push above this, push above, okay, break below one, then retest, which it has done, and I'll be looking out for my sell. You get on this retest. But now this retest is not just the sweetest retest I get. I think this there was a confirmation entry at this point. You get. So for me, I would say there was a confirmation entry at this point where we had market break this structure. So I would love to pick or work with the confirmation at this zone. Possibly we could see double bottom form here and market reverse into the zone. But on the other hand, I could just say we have this candlestick here. You understand? I could just say we have this candlestick here. Hi, B. Which one? Yes. So I could just say we have this change in character at this point, which is internal break of market structure here. You understand? And then we have the candlestick which is responsible for breaking market structure, which is this one. You understand? And then we'll sell off from there. So our confirmation is at this area. You understand? Whichever way you just draw your order block and know you're selling from this zone using multiple conferences. So that being the case, we're supposed to have been on this sell. If we are not on it yet, you've missed your entry. But at the same time, you could just wait for a re-entry, which is basically um let's say we see market breaking this area, retesting it, and okay, see market breaking that area, retesting it, and then we could look to sell off if we get a close below this, a proper close below here. It could possibly range here, maybe break, retest, range a little bit. Just want to see it sell off nicely. So that's it for the volatility 10-1s. So let's look. I didn't really intend to spend much time on this volatility 10-1s, but that being the case, let's look at other pairs. Let's look at okay. So let's look at volatility 10. So I think the fact I'm really going really in depth trying to analyze this pair, I won't get to analyze much pairs. I'll just analyze maybe volatility 10, 1s, volatility 10, 25, and 50, which are the major pairs I trade most times. I trade the slow or low volatile pairs. Pairs are not really that don't really move fast in terms of they don't really give you much profit quick, as the case may be, fast, and they don't take will I say run into loss fast. Yeah, so that way I'm able to control and manage my accounts. So on this one, where I won't clean my chart here because it's really very clear. We had a major we had a major break of trend line, or no, not trend line. Yeah, we had a major break of trend line, but that's here currently we had a break of market structure, double top formation here, internal double top formation here, break of major trend line, and then we'll be on bearish momentum. So now I would simply just erase all this here so that we can get a clean view of our analysis at this point. Okay, I'll leave this. I'll erase this. So now what's my aim? I want us to be able to look at this area. Now, what have I done here? I've really been plotting levels. You get, so this level of mitigation or support turns resistance for the market. You get, which helps it to sell off. So now this level of support now, as I expected market to turn this level of support to resistance and then sell off from here to the downside. But you could see how market reacted. It respected this area, rejected a little bit, and then pushed into it. Now, this is the higher time frame. On the higher time frame, we have a break of trend line. We're expecting more of sell pressure. You get, but this is market retracement. So all we can do now is go down to the lower time frame, which is the yeah. So we go to the lower time frame, which is the yeah. So on this lower time frame, which is the fast time frame, yes, would go down, and I it's looking a little bit confusing, but we'll get it. So we have this low, we have this rejection, we have this break of market structure, we have this overall break of market structure. And then one other thing we're looking at is if we measure from this area to this point, um, it tells us that we'll be expecting to sell when market gets into this over retraces into this over this region. You understand, 50% region. I don't want to talk about oversold. Now, what do we do? We can basically okay, so I want to delete this. So basically what do we do? This market is a little bit not clear, but we still know how to go about it. Okay, good. So now we had market push to the upside. break the structure, push to the upside. So okay, ever since market broke this area, we've not had markets come back to retest it. So ever since market broke this area, this mitigation here, we only had market retesting it really closely. So I think I would love to see market retest this area before I begin to look for selling opportunities. And then we can see market just came slightly, rejected it, and then sold a little bit. And this sell pressure here, we're expecting this mitigation here. It's a kind of internal mitigation which market reacted with, and then I'm expecting market to buy into the zone, if possible higher. Then we can now begin to see possible sell or bearish momentum confirmation in terms of confirmation. And I would even say this is a support being created that markets will want to break to give a clean confirmation spread to the downside. But that being the case, we can see this is what we expect. We expect market to push to the upside. Mitigation here, we expected at this place neatly. So this was missed. We needed to come back and respect it nicely. So we go to the lower time frame. So we can see what we are expecting. Um yeah, so on this I want to see market push into this area. It could drop, but from our analysis, I want to see market push up, not dropping. So this is a clean mitigation for our trade. We'll leave all these markups. Let the markups not disturb you. Just leave those markups. So now we want to see market. We've got market break this, push to the upside, retrace, and then we want to see market push up into this area. You understand? Then possibly reject from this point to the downside. So based on that, what is the best style we can use to trade this market? We already have mitigation marked out here, and I would love to extend it a bit. I'd love to extend it a bit, and then that's when I now go to 15 minutes time frame and then mark up my trend line. So when I come to 15 minutes time frame and mark up my trend line here. So from the highest high, I fix my trend line to this point, which is a low, significant low I could work with. Now market is wanting to form a head and shoulder pattern. Um, we marked this area. We marked this area and you can see this nice rejection. So it looks like a really nice trade to take. But while taking this trade, we just have to know that we have to know what we are risking. So if you are buying at this point, you should put your stop loss at this low. So if you are buying here, you just have to put your stop loss here. So you have to put your stop loss here. Say this line. Yes. And then you can extend your take profit to this point. So it's a nice let's see. Okay. It's a nice trade. It's a nice trade. Liking this trade, but I don't really like this noise going on at this point. And then it looks like it's creating drop base rally. You understand? Drop base rally. So that's what I see markets creating. Thereby it will create a nice break, retest, and then continuation. Um, I'll just use my pen. I would want to see a nice push up retest and then finalizing it to the upside. So that's what I want to see on this pair. I'll save this, come back to it and see how it plays out. Then the next pair we'll look at is the volatility 25. The volatility 25. Yes, I'm currently on a trade on this. I'm on profit on this volatility 25. I took the trade earlier yesterday, but I think it misbehaved at some point. But at the same time, I took it again in the afternoon and that put me into profit, little profit. Now, this is clearly on a downtrend. Understand? So this is clearly a downtrend in market. But based off what we have here, it wants to give us kind of bullish momentum. You understand? It wants to give us bullish momentum, but if it breaks this level, we are cleanly, nicely going to the next low from what I see. If it should break this level, we're nicely going to this low. If it rejects from here, which is unlikely, which I'm seeing unlikely to happen, it will push into this area. So now let's make the chart a little bit clear. I would say we had this area marked up, this area of mitigation marked up. Okay, before I even do anything, let me clean up this chart. Good. So I'll see we had this area marked up. This area is an area of mitigation, and then this area was an area of mitigation on top. So I have this area. I could say this area is a kind of mitigation, not really mitigation, a range. I would say this is a range currently playing in the market. So you can see when market bounced off this area, retested this area, bounced it off this area, retested this area, bounced off this area. You understand? So I'll consider this as a range. You get bounced off this mitigation, created a double top, which is a reversal pattern, pushed up, bounced, pushed up, bounced, pushed up, and bounced, pushed up. Now, that being the case, we go down to lower time frame. So why we want to see what picture the lower time frame has to offer to us. Now, coming to the lower time frame, I would simply want to adjust this my tool here, getting the picture it gives me here. I want to now get to see what could probably happen here. Now, on this, I have market reacting. I saw the market reacted off this mitigation here after breaking structure, came back to this area, bounced off it, and pushed to the upside. Fine. Reacted for a sell here down to this point. Very good. Now, seeing this, I am expecting market to tap into this area maybe and push to the upside by rejecting. But I have to go to lower time frame to see a clearer picture of it. Now, when I come to lower time frame, okay, I have I have this here. I have this which is break of market structure, and then we have this area as an area that took out market structure. You understand? An area that broke this market structure on lower time frame. So based on this, we could come here and mark our order block, but at the same time, we can see that there's an internal break retest here. So that validates this my line. And then when we can now use that to come down to this time frame, this current chart, and then try to see what's going on here. So we can see the market broke into it. You understand? And then it's reversing to the upside. So if I should see a break above this area retest, then I begin to look for possible buy entries. But currently I'm still bearish. You get. So currently we are still bearish on this chart, and Nothing much to make us um we're still bearish on this chart. We're still bearish on this chart. If we get a break above this level and retest zone, to this zone, we begin to look for buy entries. If not, we could possibly see market do this. We could possibly see market do this, push into this zone and then sell off. So we could see market push into this zone, sell off, push into this zone, sell off. But if we see market pushing above it, bouncing on it and closing above, we could begin to look for possible sell. So that's our that's our view on this volatility 25. Nothing much on 25. So let's check the last pair, which is volatility 50. Sorry. Volatility 50. Yeah, so on volatility 50, we have wow. V50, the higher time frame, we have this chart looking this way, the general downtrend. Okay. And then I we just have to draw this pattern. Let's see here. So yeah, so I draw those two lines and then make use of it here. So on this, I see this pattern. If you agree with me, I see this pattern here. So I see market creating a pattern. Yes. So market has bounced off this line several times. So I see market creating this pattern. Get either coming into this zone and then creating the third touch, selling off. So I based off that I expect to see buys. But in any way, we will just need to trade into in this range. Now we go to the lower time frame. Now on this lower time frame, what can we see? What picture can we get out of this lower time frame? I know clearly well that there's an internal mitigation here that markets respected, but that's not what I want to talk about at the moment. Now I want to look at this. Now initially on this chart, I knew I wanted to see buys from here, maybe rejecting up here and then selling off. But I knew that this was not strong and it's already selling massively, which could possibly break it, bringing market to this point. So we can see that we're having bearish pressure on the market on this volatility 50. Nothing much, a massive range. But to be able to trade the range, I don't really enjoy trading range. So if I'll be trading this, I'll want to see what so I want to see market break below this area nicely, retesting it, and then possibly selling to the downside. So that is what I want to see on this. On this, you can see I plotted this my line at this mitigation, and I expected market to push up to this zone and possibly sell from here, but it's dropping to the downside. So we simply wait for this one, wait to see the market tell us what it wants to do. But at the same time, let's see what made it sell. I always like to research that. This is just research. So let's see what made it sell from here. Yes, we had market pushing up at this area and then breaking market structure, which is here. Call it internal market structure. And then what the market do? Rejected it, retested it. And then from that retest, it sold. So this is it here. We could see that market is pushing to the upside, created liquidity here, broke this structure, created this liquidity here, and then we can see that it came up over to this point and respected it nicely. So we can basically see what happened here. You see, market broke this structure, came back into the zone, and I'll call it the mitigation area, and then sold off. You could use this candlestick responsible for breaking the structure up to take the sell. And that's just it. One will want to use this mitigation, but you can see that this internal mitigation, but you can see that market didn't really get there. So what one would have used to get this trade was this other block here, this other block to pick a sell here, or this mitigation break to pick a sell here, and then just hold it. And one could still also use a trend line and all of that to pick the sell, but to see how tempting the sell was. Okay, another confirmatory entry, and let's say confirmatory entry, and yeah, was this break of clear break of market structure to the downside, retest to this zone, or then you pick your other block and then sell it off, looking to take profit at this low, which is nicely getting there. So it's really nice trade for the day, but was really messy in the sense that it almost messed up with a lot of people's psychology. If you took your trade here for a sell, you find that the market retraced, dropped, hit first take profit probably, retraced, didn't stop you out, and then began to push back into massive profit. So that's it, guys. Thanks for the time. Peace out.